What makes some individuals so irresistible to narcissists? It's not about looks or charm. It's something far darker and far more powerful. In this video, we uncover the chilling truth behind the magnetic attraction between narcissists and certain personalities. Stay tuned, because what you'll learn might just change how you see these toxic relationships forever. Welcome back to Brainy One, where we dive deep into the hidden truths about human behavior and psychology. Today, we're exploring a topic that might make you rethink everything you know about narcissists. Why are they so drawn to a certain type of individual, and how can you protect yourself if you're caught in the crossfire? Let's uncover the dark reasons behind the attraction and the red flags you need to watch out for. The appeal of emotional mystery. When it comes to attracting narcissists, one of the most powerful draws is emotional mystery. This is where things get really interesting. You see, narcissists thrive on being able to control their environment, including the people around them. They seek out individuals who offer them a sense of power, admiration, and validation. But they also need someone they can manipulate or shape to meet their own desires. Now, when someone has a rich emotional world that's not immediately accessible, it creates a sense of mystery. Narcissists are intrigued by complexity, not because they're interested in understanding it in a healthy way, but because it challenges them. They're used to people being transparent or easy to control, but a person with emotional depth doesn't fit into their usual mold. The more they can't figure out or control you, the more they're drawn in. The allure lies in the challenge of unraveling your layers and making you conform to their idealized version of you. The emotional complexity of this individual, whether it's the depth of their feelings, their thoughtful nature, or their quiet introspection, feeds the narcissist's need for control. The more mysterious you are, the more they want to possess and dominate your emotions just to prove they can figure you out. The desire for challenge. Narcissists thrive on power and control, but they also crave conquest. They're not drawn to people who are easily impressed or easily swayed. That would be too predictable, too easy. Instead, they find themselves irresistibly attracted to individuals who have an air of indifference, someone who isn't quick to offer validation or attention. It's the challenge of winning someone over, of proving their worth. That excites them. Narcissists are used to people bending to their will. So when they encounter someone who isn't easily influenced, it sparks a dangerous sense of competition within them. This is where a person's independence and strong sense of self become a key factor in the dynamic. Narcissists crave control, but when faced with someone who has a firm grasp on their own identity and values, the narcissist views it as a puzzle they must solve. This individual's refusal to compromise or conform to their expectations fuels the narcissist's desire to break them, or at the very least, manipulate them into submission. The narcissist doesn't just want admiration. They want to conquer the person who isn't immediately impressed by them. The more independent and self-assured you are, the more the narcissist feels compelled to get you to fall into their orbit. They see you as a challenge they must overcome to feed their ego and sense of superiority. Unveiling the hidden need for validation. Beneath the narcissist's confident exterior lies a deep and insatiable need for validation. They constantly seek admiration, praise, and recognition, not because they feel secure, but because their fragile self, depends on it. The narcissist is always on the lookout for someone who can provide that constant reassurance, someone who will reflect back to them their idealized image. They want to feel important, even if they have to manipulate others to get it. Here's where things get interesting. People who are emotionally intuitive, those who can pick up on unspoken cues and understand emotional layers, have the ability to see through the narcissist's carefully crafted facade. They can sense the insecurity beneath the arrogance, the hunger for affirmation masked by a false sense of superiority. This is a rare gift, one that narcissists aren't used to encountering, and it makes them both fascinated and frustrated. For the narcissist, this emotionally intuitive individual is a double-edged sword. On one hand, they are a source of fascination because they see what no one else does. They understand the emotional complexities that the narcissist tries so hard to conceal. On the other hand, this person becomes a tool to extract the validation the narcissist desperately craves. They feed the narcissist's ego by offering the kind of emotional depth and understanding that others can't provide. However, this tool dynamic is dangerous. It creates an unhealthy power imbalance where the narcissist seeks to exploit the individual's emotional awareness for their own gain. The desire for admiration without effort. Narcissists thrive on admiration. They crave it like air, constantly seeking validation to boost their fragile egos. However, there's a key factor in this need for admiration. They don't want to have to work for it. Narcissists prefer admiration to come effortlessly, without them having to prove their worth or make any real emotional investment. The idea of someone automatically giving them attention, praise, or validation without needing to earn it is something they find particularly satisfying. This is where the emotionally intuitive individual becomes a valuable source of admiration. These individuals tend to quietly observe and listen, often offering subtle support or validation without the need for outward flattery or obvious gestures. Their attention is calm, measured, and genuine, but it's not loud or attention-seeking. For the narcissist, this kind of quiet attention is golden. It feeds their ego without requiring them to put in the emotional labor themselves. It's as though they're receiving admiration without the need to perform or manipulate for it. This dynamic plays right into the narcissist's need for admiration with minimal effort. The emotionally intuitive person's ability to subtly affirm the narcissist's sense of self creates a situation where the narcissist feels both validated and in control. The less they have to do to receive praise, the more they are drawn to this individual, seeing them as a source of constant, effortless validation. The power of mystery. One of the most intriguing qualities of the INFJ is their natural aura of mystery. Their introversion and reserved nature often make them seem distant, elusive, or even unreachable. INFJ tend to keep their inner thoughts and feelings private, offering only glimpses into their world, which makes them both intriguing and hard to figure out. This sense of mystery is a key part of what draws narcissists in. They're drawn to anything that seems complex and untouchable, like a puzzle they believe they can solve. Narcissists thrive on power, and the idea of controlling someone or something that's not easily understood is incredibly appealing to them. The INFJ ability to keep their emotions, motives, and intentions under wraps sparks the narcissist's curiosity. They may see the INFJ as an untapped resource, someone they can break down and manipulate to fit their own needs. To a narcissist, the mystery surrounding an INFJ becomes an irresistible challenge. They want to unlock the secrets, gain access to that emotional depth, and ultimately take control of it. The more they can't fully comprehend the INFJ behavior or emotions, the more they're driven to try. Narcissists often mistake this mystery for weakness or vulnerability, thinking they can crack the code and manipulate the INFJ into their control. This mysterious quality makes the INFJ all the more attractive to a narcissist who is constantly seeking new challenges to conquer. The fascination with idealization. Narcissists have a unique ability to idealize people, often creating a fantasy version of someone in their minds that aligns perfectly with their desires and self-image. They tend to latch onto individuals who seem to embody their idealized qualities, whether that's beauty, strength, intelligence, or emotional depth. When someone like an emotionally mysterious and introspective person enters their life, it's easy for the narcissist to project their fantasies onto them, transforming them into the perfect companion in their eyes. The emotionally deep individual, with their layered thoughts and introspective nature, presents the narcissist with an opportunity to create this idealized image. The more mysterious and emotionally complex the person appears, the more the narcissist feels they can mold them into the perfect version of what they want them to be. This perfect image is never based on reality. It's based purely on the narcissist's desires and needs. They don't see the person for who they truly are. They see them through a distorted lens, creating a version that reflects their idealized fantasies. This dynamic is dangerous because the narcissist becomes fixated on keeping this perfect image intact. They want to maintain the illusion that this person is exactly who they've imagined them to be. Any deviation from this idealized image threatens the narcissist's fragile sense of self, and so they often try to control, manipulate, or suppress any aspects of the individual that don't fit their fantasy. The emotionally deep person becomes not a real individual, but an object to maintain the narcissist's self-image. 7. The risk of emotional exploitation. While the initial attraction between a narcissist and someone with emotional depth can seem fascinating or even flattering, the reality is much darker. The narcissist's attraction can quickly shift from admiration to exploitation. What starts as a challenge or a pursuit of validation often becomes an unhealthy dynamic where the narcissist takes more than they give, draining the emotionally giving person of their energy, love, and emotional resources. Narcissists are expert manipulators, and they can use the emotionally intuitive person's natural tendency to give and nurture to their advantage. They recognize when someone is emotionally generous, often playing on their desire to help or support others. The emotionally giving individual may unknowingly fall into a pattern where they are constantly providing validation, empathy, and care, only for the narcissist to take and never reciprocate. 8. How to break free from narcissistic attraction. Recognizing narcissistic attraction and manipulation early is the first crucial step in breaking free from this toxic dynamic. Narcissists are skilled at hiding their true intentions, but there are certain behaviors that can give them away. Pay close attention to patterns of inconsistency in how they treat you. Initially, they may seem charming, attentive, and caring, but these behaviors often fade once they've secured your emotional investment. Look for signs of manipulation, such as gaslighting, emotional invalidation, or attempts to make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. These are all red flags that the relationship may be more about control than genuine connection. The most powerful tool you have to protect yourself from exploitation is emotional boundaries. Narcissists thrive on breaking down personal limits, pushing people to give more than they're comfortable with, or making them feel responsible for the narcissist's emotional well-being. Setting firm boundaries is essential in preserving your emotional health. It's important to communicate your limits clearly and enforce them consistently, whether it's needing personal space, refusing to tolerate manipulation, or not allowing emotional exploitation. If you found this video helpful and you're ready to protect yourself from toxic relationships, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Brainy One, and turn on notifications so you never miss an insightful video like this. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you've navigated narcissistic dynamics or any advice you have for others. And remember, your emotional well-being is worth protecting. Take care of yourself first.